Welcome back to my channel. Today, I wanted to chat about something that the internet is a little bit controversial on, and that is Pilates versus weight training or strength training. Let's talk about it. Before we go into that, the battle was always between cardio and weights, right? That still is a big battle. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. And then we're going to talk about something that I'm seeing a lot on the internet, which is obviously Pilates and weight training. Firstly, is cardio good and bad? The answer is both, right? And today, I'm not going to talk about one is better than the other. They all have their benefits. It depends on personal preference and, most importantly, goals. However, I will be honest, when it comes to health, it's not good enough just doing things that make you feel good and look aesthetically good. It's also about longevity and health as well through perimenopause or menopause or as we age and all of the above. So, first of all, cardio is great at getting your heart rate up and going, right? Your heart is a muscle too. At the end of the day, it pumps blood all around your body, and you want to keep it strong and healthy like you would with the rest of your muscles. So, cardio is fine, it's good. You can do a form of cardio that you enjoy. That's what I encourage my ladies I coach to do. If you hate running, don't run. Just because the internet's running and doing marathons doesn't mean you have to if you don't want to, right? But excessive cardio can be a problem. But again, this depends on your goals. If your goals are around weight loss and fat loss, then doing excessive cardio, especially if you're South Asian, a woman, maybe you have PCOS and things like that, just doing cardio or doing external cardio is not going to be very beneficial. In fact, it could be worse. So that's the only thing that you just need to worry about, right? But cardio can be anything you enjoy. Cardio can be low intensity, so literally walking on your walking pad, walking outside, running, swimming, dancing, whatever form of cardio you enjoy. That is cardio. Weight training is using weights or your own body weight to strengthen your muscles progressively over time, which means, yes, you can use no weights at all. You can use your own body weight, but the whole point is progression. It will only take you so far in terms of using your body weight or light 1, 2, 3 kilogram weights, right? It will be great to begin with. You'll start seeing progress, notice changes, but in terms of strength training or weight training, the whole point is to get stronger over time. You can only do that if you are progressing your weights, increasing them over time, making your exercise a little bit more challenging, pushing yourself a little bit. That's what weight training or strength training is. Pilates, on the other hand, does use a form of strength training. A lot of it is using either light weights or your own body weight, which can cause a lot of utilizing your muscles. And Pilates is hard. Like, let's be honest, I did a Pilates session last week with the ladies I coach. We had an external teacher come and teach us a few things. It was bloody hard, and I really realized how tight I was, my body, my hamstrings especially. So Pilates does help you with core stability, core strength massively. It helps with mobility in general, conditioning. It can help with kind of strength as well here, there. Can it help with fat loss and weight loss? I mean, none of these three things, weight training, Pilates or cardio, can help with weight loss, fat loss if your nutrition is bad. So yes, it can, but it just depends on what else are you doing around, right? So those are the three things. Let's talk about your goals. If your goal is to lose the fat around your body, the physical fat around your body, or lose the weight, it doesn't matter which one, but most of us want to lose the physical fat around our body. Weight doesn't mean an awful lot unless you are severely obese or compared to your age and your height, you weigh a certain number. But other than that, we do focus a lot on physical fat loss. You will naturally see weight loss if that's supposed to happen. But if those are your goals, nutrition is key. Nutrition is 60 to 70%. However, weight training is going to be number one. It's going to help you lose fat much more quicker and much more sustainably than Pilates, yoga, just walking, just cardio. Building muscle is metabolically active, which means the more muscle you have, the more energy you're burning at rest. That is a win-win-win scenario. So that's why it's super important. As we age as well, we go through two things, sarcopenia and osteoporosis. Sarcopenia is basically when muscle breaks down through natural process of aging, but it can hit us as early as late 20s to early 30s. We will lose a tiny bit, even just 4 or 5% of muscle. That's sarcopenia. Osteoporosis is the loss of the loss of bone density. So your bones are becoming a little bit weaker, a little bit fragile. Again, tends to hit us in our 30s, a little bit more in our 40s, a little bit more in our 50s, and so on. The good news is the best thing for anti-age, the best thing for prevention is to build muscle. The more muscle you have, the less you have to lose, obviously. If you don't have much muscle in the first place, you're going to end up losing a lot more muscle because you don't have any, of course. And then you're going to probably have a lot of problems. You may feel very skinny, very weak, stability, mobility might break down, balance. This is how things like falls happen. If you keep active, then great. But it can also be a bit troublesome around menopausal, perimenopausal, those kind of effects around it. So it's really, really, really important to make sure you're weight training now for a future you. It will also obviously help with fat loss. It will help with that toned look, right? If you want to feel toned is not a scientific word. The word toned does not really exist. We never studied it. Being toned is a process of losing fat and building muscle. Like that's what you want. Trust me. I don't care if you think, oh, I don't want to be muscly. I don't want to be big and bulky. You won't. But if you want to be toned, you want muscle. Like that's it, right? If you just lose the fat, you're not going to be toned, sis. Like that's just the 100% tea. So you want to be building lean muscle mass and losing fat. That's what's going to get you that toned look. Just doing Pilates, yoga, steps, cardio is not going to get you that toned look. And a lot of my clients I coach have lost the fat, have achieved that through steps, yoga, cardio, blah, blah. But they just feel a little bit too skinny. They feel weak. They don't have any muscle definition. They don't really have a figure in their clothes. They want to have those curves, right? They want to be toned. And that's why we come into the program to focus on strength training a lot more. So that's with fat loss and weight loss. Cardio will help implement it. So weight training is number one, everything else underneath. Steps is going to be the best and most underrated thing you can do. It's low energy and effort if you are smart with it. It's a form of cardio, but if you want to add in anything else that you enjoy, if you enjoy running, skipping, swimming, dancing, cycling, Stairmaster, incline walk and treadmill, whatever, add that in. The whole point is it's supplementary to weight training. You don't end up doing 5 days of cardio and, oh, I only squeezed in 1 or 2 days of weight training. That's not how it works. You need to flip that. With Pilates works really nicely with that whole combination. It can massively help with core mobility, core strength, conditioning in general, stretching, those kind of things. And it brings something different to the table as well. In an ideal world, you want to be able to do all of it, right? In an ideal world, it might look like doing 3 weight training days, maybe 1 Pilates session a week, maybe 1 to 2 cardio sessions a week, and then the rest of the days getting your steps up. Like that is a really good kind of breakdown. So Pilates does help, but again, it's just supplementary. Just doing Pilates on its own is not going to get you the toned body. It's not massively going to help you with fat loss unless you are eating in a deficit, eating enough protein, getting your steps in. then Pilates will probably contribute to that, right? But if you're not doing any of that above, it's not magic. But then weight training is the same as well. If you are eating too many calories and your goal is for fat loss and you are weight training, you may not notice fat loss results, but you may notice getting very stronger and building muscle mass, which obviously your food will help with that. If your goals are to build muscle, right? My goals when I started, I was very, very skinny and slim. I wanted to have a curvy body. I wanted to feel and look like a woman myself. Everybody is personal preference. You don't have to grow glutes, you don't have to grow muscle. For me, I love how my glutes look in a dress, in a tight dress, even in a lenga, a sari, a flowy dress. I love how my back looks in an open blouse, in a bikini. I feel so, so, so confident. And I was never really not confident in my body, but I just feel amazing. And also, it shows my testament to hard work, like building muscle and really pushing yourself in the gym is not for the faint hearted. A lot of the times, I don't really want to go to the gym, but I know how important it is and I know how amazing it feels. So, if you want to grow muscle, if you want a sexy back, if you want nice big glutes or just more lifted, peachier glutes, you're not going to get that from Pilates, from walking, from yoga, from steps, from cardio. You're going to get that through weight training and 50% nutrition, 50% weight training. Will Pilates still help? Yeah, of course. You can add one Pilates session a week. You can add in a couple a month, totally up to you. But if you're not doing active glute lower body exercises that are progressive, you're not going to grow that booty. So it's not Pilates versus weight training or cardio versus weight training. They are all good in their own right. You don't have to do everything, you don't have to do one or the other. It does depend on your goals, however. And if I have ladies come to my program who are complaining about being on their fat loss journey but not seeing results, and weight training is something they're not doing right now, it's something we massively add in. Similarly, if somebody wanted to grow their glutes and they're not seeing progress and weight training isn't something they're doing, that is something that we really make a priority. So I would say in an ideal world, I would love to do even like 2 to 3 Pilates session a month, really. In an ideal world, I'd love to do one Pilates session a week, maybe 4 weight training days, and then focus on low intensity cardio. But again, when we're busy, it can be hard to kind of fit everything in. So any movement is better than no movement at the end of the day. But again, depends on your goals, personal preference more than anything. Hope you found this video quite useful. I just wanted to debunk a few things without getting too scientifically technical. But don't forget to subscribe, like, and I'll see you on the next one.